Hello, friends. Back at you. Just got back from a trip to Florida, town called Melbourne, Florida, which is in the Cape Canaveral area. Didn't have time to go out to the space center to check that out. I would have liked to have done that, but didn't have the time. But I did find a knife shop. What the hell? What's the name of that shop? I'll put it in the description. There's a nice little knife shop, They had some pretty cool knives in there, all moderns. The only traditional they had in there were a few Swiss Army knives. But I grabbed this particular knife, Sincut. If you don't know the name, it's under the same company. The parent company is We Knives. They also do Civivi. So this is under that same umbrella. And the Startex Ivory G10 handles, satin finish, 9CR18 blades. Nice little box. Pretty basic. Like, there's the pouch that came in. Looks exactly like my Civivi, but with Sincut on it instead. Just open it up. And got your knife sticker, just like Civivi has. Sincut sticker. Cleaning cloth. Warranty card. Nice padded pouch. I do like the fact that they put, there's little extras. Little extras make it so much better. Makes you feel like you're getting something different. I like it. I like when companies do that. And let's take it out of the plastic. Ivory colored G10 handles. They're really nice. And well, keep hitting my tripod. I love the shape of the blade. It's not a regular old drop point. It's got a little bit of belly on the bottom. I really like it. Got a choil that you can choke up on if you want to. It fits the hand all right. Full 4 fingers for me. So yeah, full stainless, full steel liners. Handles, again, Ivory G10. Frame lock. Deep pocket carry that's reversible. So, for those that like it, you got a nice little lanyard hole. It opens with a nice snap, that's for sure. It definitely, boom, it opens right up. And you can do it with the thumb stud also. Lift this up a little bit more, maybe we can. So, yeah. It snaps right open, for sure. Now, this is not a small blade, that's for sure. It's actually kind of bigger than what I usually grab for myself. But I saw the shape, I saw, you know, the way it looks, and I had to have it, even though it's bigger than what I usually carry. But it's about the same as my Civivi, Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Oh. There it is. Oh, so there's the Civivi. Yeah, it's actually quite a bit bigger than the Civivi. Let's see, the blade. Probably a half-inch longer. And about the same depth. But the handle is probably a half-inch longer too. So overall, probably about an inch longer than the Civivi. And that's the mini Praxis. So this is probably the same size as the full-size Praxis. So there you go. But way, like I said, bigger than I thought, than I usually carry. But, I like the design. The weight is not bad. Not bad on weight. But just, so if you're looking for something, something that's a decent handful that you can really put some work behind and at a decent price. I mean, let's see, the Wii knives are, let's see, they're in the $180 to $300 range. The next step down, even though this one was, a Walmart exclusive that was $40, $40. Most of the Civivis are in the $150 to $200 range. The Syncut, $50. So I think that's how it breaks down. I'll never get a full, I mean, don't say never, but I probably will never buy a Wii knife out of my price range. I'm not spending $200, $300 on a knife. It's just not me. But I'll pay $50, $60 for a good knife. And if you're the same way as me, so far this Syncut for $50, pretty darn good price, and the workmanship is excellent. I mean, excellent. There's no gapping in between the liners and the frame. There's nice smooth grinding on the blade. Nice chimping on top. So yeah, if you want a good knife for $50-$60, check out the Sincut. I think you'll be surprised. But for that matter, the Cibibi is a pretty darn good knife too. So let me know what you think about it. And until next time, carry a nice sharp knife. Have a great day. Bye-bye.